Yo, what's going on, guys? Waffles here, and welcome to another Murder Mystery 2 video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be ranking every single leaderboard prize that has been released to date. Before we get into the video, I do want to ask that you drop me a follow on my Twitter. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I think there's only like 20% of you guys subscribed, and we're trying to hit 10k subs, and hopefully 15k subs by the end of the year. That is my goal. Although, if I could get like 50k subs by the end of the year, that's like just crazy, but honestly, that would be a dope goal as well. But that being said, we're going to jump into the video, and before we even get into it, I got to give a shout out to Creepy. He is the person who made it, is Creepy #1337. He's also the guy who made the images for the concept leaderboard prizes for this year. And yeah, I know that the Christmas leaderboard is going to be finishing up in about a week or so, and the prizes will be in about like a month. So I'm very well aware that this will be outdated by the time spring comes around, but I figured we might as well make this video anyway. So we're going to just go, there should be an order, and I'm not ranking it by year, I'm just ranking it by the way it looks to me personally. So obviously I will leave a link to this template down in the description in case you want to give it a shot. Alright, in case you want to give yourself a shot at ranking this, you can make your own video, whatever you want to do. I'll leave a link to it. But let's get into it. So we're starting off with the blue candy. Now this is a reskin, however I hate the way that candy holds. So honestly, this is just a C tier. It's just not that good. I mean, it's an okay knife, it looks pretty clean, but the way the knife holds it, if I got this as a leaderboard prize, I would cry, because I probably would never use it. And that's just me being honest. But yeah, it deserves a C tier. Blue Elderwood, it's a B tier in my opinion. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. It looks okay. I think if he went for red, it would shine, like, it would, like, or even a purple or something, like, a red would be really cool. I think that would go really well. And it would also match up finally having a gun for the red hollows. And I believe hollows is the only gun, the red one, the only knife on the leaderboard tiers, like, or out of like all the leaderboard prizes, to not have a gun counterpart yet. So maybe that'll be part of the prize of Halloween 2021. But who knows? We'll have to see. Blue Minty, I'm gonna give it an A tier. It's alright. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. So it's okay. It is gonna be an A tier. Minty, that's gonna be a C tier. The coloring of Minty that Nick went with, it makes it look so fake. It just doesn't look, it looks more orange, especially the leaderboard, like the bronze. When we get to bronze, you'll see it's way more orange, and it's just kind of like a fake plastic feel to it, and I just don't like it. So yeah. Sugar is pretty cool. That deserves an A tier. I definitely like the way that one looked. If I got that as a leaderboard prize, I'd be pretty hyped about that. I'm not gonna lie. And it does have a counterpart, even though, in my opinion, the counterpart deserves a C tier for sure. Next, we have the blue Vamp's Edge. Originally, this knife was a godly, and then they fixed it to make it a proper trophy with the unique tier of its, you know how leaderboard prizes are usually the unique tier. There was like a bug or something where he made it a godly at first. It's fixed now, but yeah. It's a pretty clean knife, I won't lie. It is a very clean looking knife, and that's pretty cool. Jumping into our first S tier is definitely going to be the Hollow's Edge, Red Hollow's Edge. It is the only leaderboard prize to date to be its own color. Nicholas always has so far reused blue, bronze, silver, and gold. However, since its conception back in, I think, either 2018 or 2017, I think it was 2018, there has not been a Halloween leaderboard or Christmas leaderboard prize that has used red since. That being said, I should probably mention that the leaderboard prize for 2020 for Christmas will most likely be a red icebreaker and ice blaster. Most likely. We don't actually have that confirmed, but that's the most likely thing to come out of it. So that would technically make this an A tier after that, but I think it's still, for the purpose of this video, an S tier weapon. The bronze, and bronze, silver, gold. We'll save these for last. We should at least go in order of like the rarity. Bronze. So this is for all the top 3s. Bronze candy. Once again, I will give this a B tier just because it's kind of cool. It looks more like a gingerbread candy kind of thing. It looks cool. So I will give it a B tier, but honestly, that's pretty generous in my opinion. I really just don't like the candy, I think it's called candy, right? I really just don't like the knife itself. The way you hold it upside down, it's weird. That being said, the bronze elderwood is going to be an S tier, and this is my opinion, but I really like the way the bronze elderwood looks. It just looks so unique. It looks like an actual tree, in my opinion. It looks like it's an actual, like, Halloween tree, and that's what the elderwood is supposed to be modeled off of, like a tree revolver. It just looks really clean, in my opinion, so I think it deserves an S tier. That's obviously my opinion. You might share a different opinion. Now, I can't say the same for the bronze hollows. It's not as cool, in my opinion, as the red hollows, and yeah, you're probably like, well, Waffles, it's a top 3 weapon. There's only one of it in the world. I don't care. It doesn't look good, in my opinion. It's very faded. It just doesn't look good. That brings us to the Minty. I believe this is Minty. No, Log Chopper. I've probably been saying it the wrong way around this entire video. This is Log Chopper. That's Minty. I'll get my head around it eventually. I don't really have much to say about it. It looks okay. It's not the best. I think, okay, you know what? It deserves at least the same as this. So it deserves at least that. I can't say the same for the Minty. It's orange. It's not even bronze, in my opinion. It looks more orange. At least here, it kind of looks like a metallic bronze. And then, like, the handle is a little bit more of an orange. Here, it's just orange. It just doesn't look appealing. It just looks weird. It's like when you think of a bronze tier weapon, you don't think orange. It just doesn't register, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. I think the bronze sugar deserves a B tier. It's not as cool, it's not as clean as the blue version of it. I don't know. The bronze tier weapons just have always been kind of meh. I think Nick did a really good job with the Elderwood Revolver though, so props to him on that. The bronze Vamp is more of an orange once again. I'm gonna give that a C tier. It looks clean, but once again it's kind of an orange. It just doesn't make sense. It's like why orange? Like if you had, let's say hypothetically, and this is not true because I know for a fact that it's not the same person who owns one of each. But imagine if you had both of these. This would be like a proper bronze and this would be an orange. It just doesn't mix. It just doesn't mix. Now we're going to be getting into the silvers, and these are like some of the cleanest weapons in the game are going to be coming out of these last ones, specifically the silvers. Don't underrate them. They look beautiful. This is the highest I'm going to be giving a candy cane, except for the gold one. Silver one, and I don't know why, to me though, it just looks kind of cool because it's like almost all like clear. I don't know, it's like almost all silver because of the color of the candy cane itself, so it looks really cool. The Silver Elderwood Revolver, it looks very well done, very amazing, so it definitely deserves an A tier. I would almost put it at S tier, but I kind of like the bronze more than the silver, and I don't know why, it just looks more appealing, so I've decided to do that. This is an S tier because when I saw this weapon back in 2018, it was 2018. Okay, I finally remembered. It was 2018. Because that was the year with the bone blade, I believe. Yeah. When I saw this weapon back in 2018, and I wanted this over the gold version because this is like all clear, all silver. It just looks so clean. And whoever has this, I don't know their username. I probably knew it at one point, but I don't remember it now. Whoever has this, like, GG, you got a very clean knife. There's not much that goes with it as far as guns, but it's very clean either way. But yeah, Log Chopper, it looks okay. I don't like that he kept orange on it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense because it's, a log chopper. It's supposed to be kind of part wood or part gingerbread or whatever. But I think if he put black there instead and made it like a black-silver twirl kind of thing, that would be an instant A, if not S tier. But he decided not to do that, so yeah. And Minty's going to get the same because, once again, I think if he did like a black outline with the green leaves and then the silver, I think that'd look really, really clean. But he decided to keep part of like the gingerbread or wood, whatever it's supposed to be. Next, we are getting up to the Silver Sugar. Silver Sugar looks really cool in my opinion. However, it doesn't have what it takes to be an S tier, so I'm going to give it an A tier. And that's just the way it's going to be. Silver Vampire, it is very, very, very close to being an S tier, if not an S tier in my opinion. It's very clean knife. Fairy is very lucky to have such a clean looking knife. It is definitely an amazing knife either way. But yeah, GG to him for getting this because that's really cool. And now we come to the gold weapons. The top 1 player for each of the leaderboards. Only one of these exists in the world, and not a single one of them is owned by like the same person. Like, I'm pretty sure, as far as I'm aware, except actually that's wrong. That is actually wrong. I'm wrong. Iron Gen has both the gold Vamp's Edge and the gold Elderwood. I think she's the only player in the world to have the gold or any of the top 3 weapons for the same leaderboard. Or for like, yeah, for the same leaderboard. I think that's actually pretty cool. So GG to her. But anyways, let's just start rating. This is going to be, like I said, I wasn't going to give a candy cane the higher rating. I think this is really cool how it's like all clear and silver. This is cool as well, but at the same time, it could go either way, like with that or with this even. So it's just not that much detail. It's just not my thing. The gold Elderwood Revolver is very, very well done, and I really like it. But once again, I would prefer the bronze colored one over the gold one, and I know I'm going to get flamed in the comments for this, but that's just my opinion on it. I like the bronze Elderwood Revolver better. Like, I gave a top 100 prize a ranking higher than 2 of the gold weapons, which are arguably the rarest weapons in the game. So that's it's clearly reflective of just my opinion. The gold hollows is very, very clean. Once again, A tier weapon, but the gold coloring is kind of weird. 2018, Nicholas went with some like very weird color, like kind of almost pastel colors in some ways. It's a very good looking weapon, and I believe Chowins owns it. I don't think he plays Roblox anymore, but he got a good knife. If I had to pick between silver and gold, I would go for the silver one though. Gold Log Chopper. This is owned by Hypocritical Hippo, as most of us know him by. He's pretty lucky to have this. I think this was the first leaderboard prize to have special effects around it. It's actually the first knife in the game to have special effects around it. I think at this point, all of the top 3 weapons, or especially the top 1 weapons, have like a special effect. But as far as I'm aware, this was the first one. This and then Minty, I believe. I'm not really sure, but I'm 95% sure this was the first weapon to have a special effect around it. And the crazy part is that Hypocritical is getting first place on this year's leaderboard, so he will be the second ever person in the world to have 2 golds from the same type of leaderboard. And obviously, you can't be the same leaderboard, especially when it comes to Halloween, but you know what I mean. Same, like, event, in a way. Especially this one. It's basically a copy-paste. Personally, it's a very cool-looking knife. It's just not my kind of thing. I don't personally think it's worthy of an S tier. But you might have a different opinion. And this is the lowest ranking I'm going to give to a gold weapon. I hate the way that Nicholas did the Minty. It just, once again, it doesn't look like it's a gold weapon. It looks like it's plastic. It's painted. It doesn't look very good, appealing to my eyes personally. So I'm giving it a D tier, the lowest rating, and it's a gold weapon, arguably, once again, the rarest weapons in the game. I'm giving it a D rating. But I think that's fair in my opinion. The gold sugar is actually really cool. Most of these golds are getting like A tier, but it is a cool looking gun. I don't like the coloring on it though. It's just not my thing. So I'm giving it an A tier. And I really don't know where to put the gold Vampire's Edge. It's a very good looking weapon, but it's kind of more of a yellowish gold than a gold, like a metallic gold. It's more of like a metal, it's more of like a plastic kind of yellowish gold. So I don't really know how to feel about that. I think it would be fair to give it an A tier for now. Once again, see, especially when it's over like a grayish black background, you can kind of see like here, you can't really tell, but here you can tell it's more yellow than gold. So I think that's fair. I think that's how I'm gonna leave it. You guys can go ahead and try this out for yourself. I will make sure that it's linked in the description. Tell me what you guys think about the lists. Tell me if I did right or if I did wrong, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.